Hello YouTube, and welcome to my second video in HTML and CSS beginners tutorial series. In this video we're going to talk about basic building blocks called tags in HTML and the basic structure of the HTML website. And first things first, let me clarify a couple of things what we did in the previous video. So what we did was we created a file called index, which would be the main file for our web page, and we gave it a file extension HTML. Now the reason for that is so the browser knows when he's reading the file that he's actually reading the web page. To give you an example, what I mean by that is, let's say we have this file and instead of index we save it without HTML. So we create index file without an extension. Then we go back, we minimize this window, we go to our brackets what we created folder. Now we have two files here. We have index.html, which we have this little icon with Chrome, and we have just a blank index. So let's say if I would click on this index, you see it just would open up some window where it would say index, but it's not a website, it's not what we want. So if we click on this one, index.html, we right away have hello world, meaning that Google Chrome knows that this is HTML file. This is the website that we want to create. This is the reason why we use HTML tags at the end of extensions. Later on you will learn about CSS extensions, JS extensions, but for now all you need to be concerned is about this HTML extension. So all the files we'll be creating, apart from the index file, we're going to be giving an HTML extension. So right away we can go ahead and get rid of this one because we don't need it, and let's go back to the brackets. Another thing about brackets is, you see it shows how many files we have here. We just created one file. The more files we'll be creating, it's going to be actually showing this folder where we're working in. So it's going to become very handy once we start using with images, or if we're creating other CSS files. They're all going to be here, and it's going to be very easy access to them. Now the third thing and final thing about the actual brackets is the fact that we'll be saving this page a lot. So I would suggest that you just use the shortcut, which is Command S. Instead of every time going to the file, it's just going to save you a little bit of time. Hey, not a lot, but still something. So we just save it, and then once we go to live preview, the Google Chrome is going to right away show us what we're doing. Now about this lesson. You see these weird things that are H1 and other H1. These are called tags. And the basic story is that all HTML files, all websites, are just a bunch of little tags put together. So let's say you wanted a tag, you wanted a paragraph on your page. You would write something like this, and this would be your paragraph. So let's say you wanted an image on your page. You would write image. However, the image would be a single tag. There's two types of tags. There's a single tag and there's a double tag. Some of them are single, some of them are double. So let's say you want a paragraph on your page. You would create a paragraph. Let's say you want an image on your page. You would create an image. So on and so forth. The basic syntax for the tag is that you would write less than. You would write the actual name of the tag that you would want in there, the P stands for paragraph, and you would close the tag. And then everything that's written here in between, this is your paragraph. In the brackets automatically, if it's a double tag, because there's two types of tags. There's a single tag. Certain types of tags are single tags, and certain types of tags are double tags. In the brackets for the double tags, brackets right away create the closing tag for you. This is called the closing tag. In some other text editor, you might need to do it yourself, but that's why brackets are a little bit neat, that they do it for you. But let's say if we wanted to create a single tag, let's say image, we would type less than, the actual symbol for that, and then /, and then greater than. And this creates the image tag. Now, we have covered basic tags. Now let's look at the basic structure of the HTML file. So the first thing we would need to do in order to create the basic structure of HTML file, we would write a tag that would consist of exclamation point. Then we would write doc type HTML and then close it out. I'm not going to go in detail about this tag. If we'll have time, we'll kind of cover it in next lectures. If not, it's not really. You'll see there's a. This is very basic one just for whatever we're doing. There's actually a little bit different syntax for it in general, but for now, this is all we need to know. Now, next tags that we create, we're going to create a HTML tag, and you see right away brackets throw out the double tag and the end tag. So now everything that the Google Chrome is reading, he knows that this is everything what we're going to be doing. It's going to be inside the HTML tag, so he knows that this is HTML file. Now, every web page would consist of another two tags. The first one would be the head tag, where all the browser information, the search information would go in, and also the title. And the other tag would be a body tag, where we will going to be mostly in all our tutorials. So when we'll be adding stuff to our website, we'll be doing it in the body tag, because that's the tag that shows the content of the page. But the head tag is for the search information and also for the title. So just to show you how it works, let's create a title of our website. Okay. Let's say this is the greatest tutorial ever. I mean, kind of long and kind of stupid, but just so you would get the idea. So we created this basic title tag. It has "this is the greatest tutorial ever." So what we do is we save the file. I'll do this time through the file, but in general I would use a shortcut. So we go save. We have saved the file, and now we just click on a live preview, and we see that Chrome is loading, and we created a pretty long and stupid name, but you can see that it's working. That page is blank because we put nothing in the body, but our title is actually "this is the greatest tutorial ever." And if you would want and actually, go and change it, just go here. Again, you type it. This is 2017. And again, you just save it. You go back to Chrome. You refresh the page. So now it's reloading the new one. And this is 2017. this is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.